Hey everyone, open-minded metal dad here. Just going to take you on a little tour of my music room today. For all these years I've had sort of all my collections in various places. I decided to finally pull myself together, gather everything into one area, and sort of make myself a little dungeon that I can crawl into whenever I need to, listen to music, read, kind of, get away from whatever. So here we are. We're going to take a little look into the music room. Well, right now I have my typo negative green light on, so let's turn on the big light so we can see what's what in here. All right. So, it's pretty small. It's modest. I've tried to consolidate stuff into a reasonable area, but it suits me for what I need. Right now we got some records spinning. Of course, I can't crank it up too much for YouTube purposes, but we got some Trader's Gate going. Some classic thrash. In fact, let me turn that down just a little bit more so we don't get any copyright infringements here. Yeah, so walking through the door, if we go to the right, here is the turntable and the record collection. As my name would imply, I am predominantly a metalhead, although I do have a lot of other stuff too. So, we got some box sets up here. This actually, I have to sort of revamp because, as you can see, it's getting kind of full down here. So I gotta kind of reconsider how I have all this. I've been collecting records since about the mid-2000s, actually, which is right about when they started coming back in style again. Got my Opeth Morning Rise banner up there. Also got some other posters back here. We got Humphreys. We got Temple of the Dog hiding in there. That's an Arion poster that I just got from the live show that just happened in Tilburg. We got some... There's some extra records down there, and up here we got my pile of to be listened to records. So, yeah, it's maybe not as big as some people's collections, but it's good for what I need. Got a couple Cynic posters on the door here. Actually, I wasn't even going to open this up because this is pretty much just some clutter. I got some of my band t-shirts. I got a battlevest in the work there, random stuff. Actually, I have 3 guitars in here, including a, I have my Gibson SG, I have a Dean acoustic, and I have a Steve Morse signature Ernie Ball in there, which I have pretty much never played because I just really never learned how to play guitar. I tried it basically at one point, but I just never really picked up on it too much. So I really don't deserve to have that guitar. But I still have it, and I'll see what we'll do with it one day. Got a few more posters over here. We got Godspeed. You got Model Under the Well. Got my Android 18 pillow. Got some Dark Crystal collectibles. Now, mostly my music books are up here. This is actually a very small fraction of my total book collection, but when I moved, I kind of kept a lot of it in boxes because I didn't really have a place to set up a huge bookshelf, but I got some pretty good and some pretty rare music books here. Probably in another video I'll go through them a little more. And then I got, some geeky stuff, some books that are some of my favorites that I pulled out. Got some old and rare literature down there, and some not so old and kind of generic copies of, whatever, Lord of the Rings. Bottom shelf is just kind of some random collectibles that I don't really have a place to put yet. So let's just move around. Now, originally in this room, this was my beer collectible room and sort of just generic man cave. I have a lot more beer-related tin tackers than this, but I saved some of my favorites and threw them on this wall over here. I don't know. I might take them down and replace them with more music-oriented stuff. in the future, but for now, it's good like that. We got a little devil doll poster back there. This wall, we got some more, banners and flags. We got Wolves in the Throne Room. We got Death, Maiden. Got Catatonia up here. Got my battle vests. So there's my black and white. Now these, I'll probably do a video about these individually too. I got my kind of ridiculous battle vest here. And then behind that, I got my original. This is sort of my all-purpose rock and metal. So this one here is comprised of all bands that I've seen live, with maybe 2 or 3 exceptions. Obviously, I've not seen Blotted Science live, and there's a few other on there, but I'll be making other videos about that. This one, which I actually just finished recently and wore for the first time recently, is a little more ridiculous and pretty much covers the whole vest, and I'll go over that more in the video too. I got my black and white, which I really like. It's not a 100% black metal vest as it may seem at first glance, but when you look closer, there's other genres of metal on there, but that is mostly metal bands. I also have my little record buying satchel down there. I keep these little beanbag chairs here for the kids in case they ever want to come down here. So moving over, here are my ticket stubs. I have 2 large posters worth, plus a smaller one that I filled from recent years, since we're moving more towards the digital age, and unfortunately most concerts don't have tickets anymore. You just, save it on your phone. But yeah, so this is pretty much starting back in the late 90s when I started going to shows. I had all these in books, and I figured, they're just sitting there gathering dust. Nobody's looking at them, so I did this with them, and I have no regrets to that. I like looking at them, so there you go. Anyway, we got some more posters. We got Rush. We got King's X. This one's actually pretty cool. An Alice in Chains little promo poster signed by not only Jerry Cantrell, but also Jerry Sr., a.k.a. the Rooster, who I met in person, and he signed that for me. So that's kind of a rarity. And then we got a Annika von Heersbergen signed handwritten lyrics up there. I actually got that from my daughter, but for some reason she said the picture scared her because of some dream she had. So now I keep that in my room, which she's my favorite singer anyway, so there you go. Anyway, but underneath all that, we got the CD collection, and I've actually gotten rid of a lot of CDs recently just because I just had so many, and there were a lot that I didn't listen to. But I mean, this is pretty stacked. I had a much bigger case for this, for my CDs before I moved, but now I got 3 layers going back here. I've got probably 3,000 CDs here, and the amount of space it takes up to put them all out in a single layer, I just kind of wanted to compress it, into a better spot there. We got some box sets up here. Some old classical box sets that I bought, a long time ago. I probably started collecting CDs back in the late 90s, mid 90s. Yeah, I got a Sean Kinney signed drum head back there. The signature's almost worn off on that. Actually, this picture of Lane, by the way, Alice in Chains is my favorite band, so I know they're not maybe considered full-blown traditional metal, but it doesn't really matter. Your favorite's your favorite. But actually, this little sketch of Lane was given to me by Lane's mother. For some reason, I don't really remember. I was in contact with her for one reason or another. I think it was maybe for my wedding. She gave it to me as a wedding present or something. I don't know who the artist is, but I know that Nancy, Lane's mother, gave me that sketch for some reason. So whatever, it's a cool story. Yeah, but anyway, I don't even know what this poster is. So I still have a few random things laying around that I still have to take care of. But yeah, there's the CDs. Got a few more posters over here. Got Harp Twins. Oh, I think all the posters on this wall are signed. Obviously not the Rush. The Rush one, that was a little pricey, but it's just really cool poster. It's got that gold record in it. But anyway, yeah, we got the Harp Twins. We got Chris Cornell from his tribute show that actually my wife went to. I didn't. I got that for her for a Christmas present. Yeah, so we got that. We got a Jerry Cantrell signed poster. I think that was his first show, his first solo show. After, in a while after he'd been reunited with Alice in Chains, and wasn't touring with them. And we got this other signed Alice in Chains poster. And then we got Ohm down there from probably their last tour. Yeah, but I mean, that's it. Hey, let's flip this record over because I can at least hear some of it. I'll be cranking that back up once I'm done this video. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic stuff, but it's nice. Of course, I got my chair here with my typo negative suspended in dusk throw on it for, kicking back, listening to tunes, having a cold brew if I feel like it, reading a book, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will be making some more videos, going into more detail on some of these things in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, stay tuned because there will be more. Thanks for watching.